Hi guys, it's me again. Yay! I know you're super psyched. Or not. I don't know. Anyway, um, so I have a question for you guys, whoever's listening. And if you aren't answering now, maybe leave a message for me and I'll get back to you or whatever the case may be. Got no idea. Anyway, question. How many of you guys are like me, right? You're like, you have all these like crazy ideas in your head to make money and you spend more time thinking about them than you actually go and you execute them, or you never execute them, right? You just kind of watch other people make money and say, "Gee, I wish I could be like that." And so something else you guys may not have known. I have no idea if I said this or not, but I used to work in a restaurant with my boyfriend. We sold it since then, so thank the Lord because it was not easy. And so now he's doing business brokering and I'm real estate, like I mentioned before. Having said that, there's been a story going around in Florida, and I'm sure Florida is not alone in this. I can almost guarantee Florida's not alone in this because there's crazy people everywhere. And apparently, there's someone who's been going to these open houses and trying to, I don't know, play with women's feet. He makes some random excuse. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it's like on Channel 10 or something. So I have a solution for said problem, right? Because there's going to be a time when I'm going to have to do an open house or what have you. So my solution, because I am a shoe person, is you just got to wear the appropriate shoes, right? Sneakers if you have to run, or if you're like me and you're a fighter, you can wear these bad boys. They're legit. These are real spikes. No one, no one is going to mess with me inside of a house. I won't allow it, and neither will these. So I'm just throwing it out there. You got to protect yourself. You know, you have to stay aware. Stay aware. Yeah, stay aware of your surroundings. Um, Never get comfortable. Always be on your guard. I'm not saying you have to be rude to people. Obviously, when they walk in, you want the business. You want people coming through, right? And possible future business. But but you have to stay aware, right? If you have somebody that's willing to go with you, that's great. You're really lucky. If you don't, not to scare you, but you should take some type of self defense class or carry something on you. Mace, I have something I carry on me that I won't say. I don't want to be in violation of anything, but I know how to use it and I will if I needed to. So I'm just saying keep yourself safe. It could be it's obviously women that are targeted mostly, but I'm not saying I think a man could just as easily be targeted. You never know, right? So just be aware and protect yourself, and you know, get the right shoes. But that's what I would do. But I'm crazy, so I feel sorry for anyone who tries that with me. Not because I'm some Debbie badass, but because that's just how God made me. I'm a fighter, not a runner. Um, so there's that. But if you get a chance, you got to look at the story. It's freaking bizarre, bizarre. Anyway, so hopefully, if anybody is watching my videos, maybe leave me a message. I really do want people to reach out to me, and I really do want to talk to people and get out of my shell sometimes. I don't know, run ideas past people, or maybe I can encourage somebody to do something that they didn't think they were capable of doing. You never know, right? I can't be the only one who wants to talk and have conversations with people they don't know, right? There are people out there who have stories that are just incredible, journeys in their life that they've been on, cause and effect, something happened. And because that happened, it taught you how to react to something that could happen in the future. That's what life is. Life is one big learning curve. You you live life and you learn life. You learn how to get through situations and you learn how to adapt. It's fascinating. If you really think about it, it's just fascinating. Um, think about your origins. Think about where you come from. You know, not just what I believe, which is creation, but you know, think about where your family comes from. If you come from another country or something. I don't know. You know, just you know, I just want to talk. You know, just talk and reach out to people. I mean, have you ever stopped to think how many people are on this planet that have nobody to converse with, or they're afraid, or they have, a fear of being out in public, or, whatever the case may be, and maybe their only source of knowing what's going on is their TV or their laptop or their phone, and I think that's more people than we care to admit in this day and age, right? Because now if somebody wants to break up with you, they either just ghost you and hope you get the hey, guess what, or they just simply say, hey, it's not working out, right? They're not forced into making that eye contact anymore. They don't really have to be uncomfortable anymore. I mean, it's kind of crazy if you think about it, right? We've kind of lost some of our communication skills, and I say we because I am in that we. I am in this with the rest of you guys. So anyway, so I'll just keep doing this until you give me something else to talk about. You have to wonder how long I can go on like this, right? Probably for a while. Not because I like the sound of my own voice. I don't. It's really weird actually to hear your own voice, but especially when I relook at these. So anyway, that's the chit chat and BS for today. If you have anything you want to talk, please leave me any kind of message. I would be so happy to hear what someone else is thinking or has to say, or if I have something in common with somebody else too. I mean, I'm sure I do, right? So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for listening to my BS along with my chit chat. Bye.